know-how that you'll get over time. So I think this is interesting, and I think it gives us a perspective about why I sort of talk about this myth of big data, right? So if you look, I'm not going to read Wikipedia's definition, but it's generally a good one, all right? It's sourced from Forrester or something like that. So we all know big data is a lot of data that's hard to process, and sort of, it's being used for management and business-oriented decisions. What I think is really, and probably the most important for this point in time in 2013 for most of you in this room, is the part that comes later in that article, which is, and I will read this part, which is, what is considered big data depends on the capabilities of the organization managing that data set, and on the capability of the applications you're using to manage that data set, right? That's me paraphrasing. That's the reality. You can have this much data and consider it big data, and you can have that much data and consider it small data. It really depends upon your organization. So when we sort of use the keynote as a jumping off point to talk about all the things big data can do, the reality is what big data means for you in your organization is going to vary per organization. And the goal of, I'll probably get sick of saying the phrase big data here, but the goal of this data is not to have lots of it. The goal of it is to actually move the dial in your business, right? And so I think this is important, and it's really important to keep in mind that what I said here, which is that big is in the eye of the beholder, and you're the beholder, or your colleagues are the beholder. So keeping that in mind, I read Teradata magazine, right? So I found these cover story graphics from a few of their more recent issues, right? So I do feel as though, and even the keynote for this conference is awesome. I think it's terrific that we have a keynote around big data, because that's really giving it prominence in the world of all that we can do with technology.